Coach, one of the catchphrases around RMAC Football Media Day was parity. It seems a lot of teams think they can make a run at the conference championship this year. Being picked third in the RMAC this year is Chadron State. The Eagles are coming off a 6-3 conference mark and put 3 players on the preseason All-RMAC team. At number 4 is CSU Pueblo, the Cinderella story of 2009, and in 2010, expectations are even higher.
The first year, you had no clue what you're doing. You're just trying to hold on and figure it out as you go. Second year, you kind of anticipate your problems, you know, where to go with things. You kind of got an idea. Third year, you're ready to go. You know, you're just anxious.
Coach John Riston has reason to be anxious. His lineup includes preseason all-conference running back Jesse Lewis, who rushed for more than 1,000 yards last year, and Jamal Johnson, who nearly topped a grand last season as well.
We have tons of reason to be excited. We got a bunch of starters coming back, and we've had 60-plus guys in the weight room every single day consistently in Pueblo all summer. So I expect us, I don't expect anything less than a number 1.
Defensively, linebacker Lee Meisner and defensive back Chris Brown are preseason all-conference for the T-Wolves, and Grant Jansen anchors a now veteran defensive line.
Defensively, it always starts with up front. I mean, we got a few guys that have been down there all summer working out, getting in our workouts, including myself, and so I think we're looking pretty solid up front.
Number 5 is Mesa State, who we told you about in the last segment. Number 6 is Adams State. The Grizzlies are looking forward to opening a renovated rec stadium that includes an RMAC first replay board. Head coach Marty Heaton is confident his team on the field will match the excitement around the field.
I would say for the first time, we're not really talking about playing a lot of freshmen. When I first got there, we had to play a lot of true freshmen, and that's always a tough thing to do.
Last year, the Grizzlies started a true freshman at quarterback, and in Trevor Eggleston's first start, he tied a school record with 6 touchdown passes. Now he's hoping to be a super sophomore.
The game for me, it feels like it's slowed down a lot. I got a lot more support around the team. It feels like they respect me some more, and I have all the trust in the world in my O-line.
On defense, the Grizzlies have a new man in the middle. Rocco DiLorenzo moves from the outside to take over for the graduated Oscar Villa.
For the first 2 years, I learned a lot from Oscar. He pretty much helped coach me just as much as Coach Heaton did, and I learned a lot from him. He taught me a lot, and I always felt more comfortable in the middle as it was.
Number 7 is Western State. The Mountaineers returned 16 starters for Coach Pat Stewart, who is now in his 5th year as head coach.
We're excited. We're optimistic. We've still got to get through fall camp. We got to come together as a team, and we got to improve.
Western State doesn't have any players on the preseason all-conference team, and that's bulletin board material.
That's sort of a slap in the face because I think we do have some talented players that could have been on there. I mean, we did have all-conference players last year at the end of the season.
Tyler Daniels returns as Western's starting quarterback. Last year, he tossed 13 touchdowns with just 3 interceptions.
Every play seemed like it was a surprise last year. Never knew it was going to happen. Now I kind of have that experience, kind of know what to expect, and definitely looking forward and hoping to capitalize on that experience.
On defense, DJ Hughes, who was Daniels' high school teammate at Random, is back. In fact, the Mountaineers returned their top 4 tacklers from a year ago.
I don't know if people realize that we have so many people returning, that we have a much more mature team than we used to have, and that I'm really expecting us to really sneak up on some teams that aren't expecting us.
Checking in at number 8 is New Mexico Highlands. This is year number 3 for head coach Chad Ronehouse, and he's looking for a big improvement in 2010.
The first year we took over, it was a lot of getting used to guys getting used to us. Wasn't really our guys. The last 2 years we've transitioned to where it's more of our guys, more of my kind of people.
The number 9 team is Western New Mexico, and the Mustangs have a new head coach in Adam Clark. He arrived in Silver City this spring as the defensive coordinator, then was promoted after Bernie Buskin stepped down. Clark was previously the defensive line coach at Colorado Mines.
The thing that Coach Buskin did, the best thing he left me with, was he had done a good job of kind of making sure the only people coming back in the program or that were in the program when I got there were guys that really cared about it and wanted to go to class.
Rounding out the poll is Fort Lewis. The Skyhawks had a shakeup in the offseason as Ed Riffalato stepped down as head coach. Taking his place is former assistant coach Cesar Rivas Sandoval. His first recruiting job was keeping quarterback Tim Jenkins, the RMAC co-freshman of the year, in Durango.
definitely looked at other schools just because I didn't really know what was going on at the time with Coach Riff and whether Coach Rivas was going to be the guy. But then as soon as I heard Coach Rivas was the guy, it was a no-brainer decision to come back and play for him.
Coach Rivas Sandoval says Jenkins is the perfect player to build around as he tries to rebuild the program at Fort Lewis.
He is the Tim Tebow type kid where he's a phenomenal leader. He has an unbelievable work ethic. He shows up earlier than everybody, leaves later than everybody, works out harder, wants to work out more days than what you're asking him to do.
And the prevailing opinion in southwestern Colorado is there is only one direction to go.
We're returning a lot of people on offense. Our defense, we got new coaches harping a lot of new things, and I think we should be a lot better than people think.